My name is Albert Kirk Iversen, and I'm the founder of Rask, which is an on-demand concept for massage therapy. And this is my story. So it all started for me with me being tired of my career as a professional poker player and wanting something new, something more meaningful. And for me, having been a professional poker player, I knew I wanted to work for myself. I had been too spoiled to see myself working for anyone else, and I wanted to do something with other people that, if it worked, it could potentially make a huge difference for many people. So I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I didn't know what I wanted to work with specifically. And then I had this experience where I hurt my foot in a football game, and I had to see a physiotherapist. And in Denmark, that's a very cumbersome process. First, I had to call my doctor. I could only get a time the next week. I had to travel down there with my bad foot and sit in a cold waiting room before I could see the doctor, which then gave me a referral to go to the physiotherapist, which was the same process all over again. So I really felt like everything was happening on the systems premises, even though it was me who really needed the help. So that was my experience. I was like, okay, this has got to be done better. So that's what I wanted to change initially with Rask. So the biggest struggle for me starting out as an entrepreneur was getting used to the responsibility, because I'd been a poker player for 10 years, where I was responsible to no one but myself. I could work whenever I want and from wherever I want. And now all of a sudden I had a team I was responsible to. We had partners and a lot of people who was expecting stuff from me. So this was really weighing down on me from the beginning, and also working hard, working many hours and keep on doing it day after day, that grind, that took some time for me to get used to. I think maybe a whole year before I really got into that grind mode where I could just keep on working and feeling good about it and feeling motivated all the time. Through my poker career, in the beginning I was so passionate about it. I really loved the game. But over time, it was very much the same thing over and over again. I'd done everything there was to do in the poker world. And then it was just a lifestyle that kind of kept me in there, the freedom. It was good money from a young age. But it was very much a gradual process for me, where it kind of, I lost the passion, and then kind of over time it became boring for me, and became also a hard feeling of not feeling that I was making any difference to anyone but myself. I was only helping myself and my bank account. I wasn't doing anything with any other people, and this weighed down on me in the end, in a way where I wanted to do something that was bigger than myself. I think that a lot of entrepreneurs do, new entrepreneurs, a mistake where they have this initial idea and they just stick to it because this is what they've chosen to do. And you have to start somewhere, and a good idea is a great place to start, but you have to be willing to switch up everything, to change everything if you get that feedback. And that can be both on the concept, it can be on the technology, it can be on the team you have. So we have changed quite a lot in the team as well to form the team that we have today. If things are not growing or developing or even going backwards, and you're putting in so many hours, that's very demotivating. And you see your friends who chose a more traditional path, where they go out and have careers and jobs, and you just see that everything, obviously it's not easy, but it's easier, it's less risky, like it's more predictable. And then you are working maybe twice as many hours and you're not even creating any results. That can be very demotivating. So I did have, I guess, a struggle for a year, 1.5 years, where I was kind of going a little bit back and forth. Is this really what I want to do? And so many other things I could be doing with my life and my time. But kind of came to a point where I just decided, if I want to do this, I have to remove the doubt. I just have to say, this is all in. This is what I'm doing, I'm going to take it as far as I can and not start second guessing anything, because that's nothing good is coming from that. That's part of the entrepreneurial journey, that there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, and you have to be able to cope with those. The team is everything, especially in micro organizations, as most entrepreneurs are. It means so much which kind of people you have around you, because you are going to have those ups and downs, and that's where you need to have those people around you who can hold you up, and where you can have fun together and even make fun of how things are going bad, but that's okay, we'll make it through somehow, and keep coming to work motivated, and motivating each other, and even caring for each other. I think is very important in such a micro team, that you actually, it's not just people you work with, it's people you really care for and genuinely like. I think is important in any workplace, but more so in micro organizations where everything is so risky and unpredictable and high variance. I believe very much in making small improvements every day, all the time, kind of like a 1% improvement every day. And that can be very small improvements, just to say how a process can be faster, or how a user experience can be improved, or how a message can make it easier to understand what's happening, or how something can be automated or delegated somehow. So all these small improvements is very much a part of my approach to everything I do, both as an entrepreneur, but also in much of my private life. And I believe this 1% a day, kind of over a month and years, it keeps growing, so it becomes hundreds and thousands of percent over time, where you make these small improvements, and in the end you end up with a completely different result that's really making a much bigger difference. Okay, I think the most important thing is not being afraid to fail, being afraid to put yourself out there, because anyone who ever became good at something start out being bad at it, and over time keep trying and failing, trying and learning, and over time, through keep putting themselves out there, experimenting, that's how you actually become good at something. That's how you actually can create something that can create meaning for yourself and other people.